right, class. As you can see on the syllabus, Statistics Textbook 101A is required for this class, which is available at the bookstore.
Well, what if students cannot afford the materials for this class, as textbooks are extremely expensive at most universities? And what if students cannot access the required text due to sensory impairments?
The textbook for our class is Statistics Textbook 101A, which you can rent or buy at the bookstore. I'll also provide a free online option if you prefer the online access as well instead. Additionally, Census Access provides additional ways to engage with the material for those with any sensory impairments. All right, class, I will now present a video on this screen.
Well, what if some students have auditory impairments and cannot just see the video and need closed captionings for videos that do not have it? Also, as you can see in this video, you cannot actually see the screen, which shows line of sight issues that some professors or teachers may not include.
All right, class, I'm now going to present a video on 2 different screens with closed captionings. That way, everyone, no matter where they're sitting, can see the video and everyone can understand what's going on, no matter any sort of auditory impairments. All right, class, as you can see by this graphic here, the pink line shows the how production has decreased.
Well, what if some students are colorblind and cannot tell the difference between that red and pink line, and then they cannot get the main argument that the teacher is trying to put across?
All right, class, as you can see from this graph here, the crossed line right here is shows the difference between the lower line right here where production has decreased. All right, everyone, now split off into your groups. Did everyone just understand what I just explained about the task?
Well, what if some students have visual impairments and cannot understand what the task was? Also, especially this year with good old math, lip reading becomes a lot more difficult.
A, B, C, D.
I'm learning sign language to make my lectures more accessible to all students. All right, everyone, settle down, settle in for your exam. Now, everyone has 60 minutes to start their exam unless you email me your accommodations, in which case you'll have an extra 30 minutes or whatever we've previously agreed on. All right, now ready, set, start.
Just because you have provided accommodations for some students in your class does not mean that standardized time testing accurately depicts students' knowledge that they have learned in the class and creates a very exclusive environment for most students.
All right, students, in order to assess what you all learned and understand about this topic that we just discussed, I'm going to allow you to choose which way you want to be assessed. You can either take a standardized test, do a PowerPoint presentation for the class, do a podcast, record a video, or do a poster or any other artistic representation to display to show how you best can show what you've learned. All right, students, just remember to turn in your exam next week, and that we have that assignment due tomorrow. I know it's a lot of work and everyone's very stressed out, but we're very close to winter break, so everyone can finally relax then.
The American public school curriculum is centered around Christian holidays, which assumes that all students are Christian. But that is not true. There are many different religions celebrated by students, and you shouldn't have to come up to your professor and tell them what religion you practice in order to be able to celebrate certain religious holidays without studying for an exam or writing an essay.
All right, class, so because tomorrow is the first night of Hanukkah, we will not have any assignments because I want to respect and acknowledge all religions. Today we presented our conceptual framework. we decided we conceptualized inclusion in the classroom in terms of.
So we looked at inclusion in terms of flexibility and understanding, sort of assuming difference, because differences will come up in the classroom all the time throughout our lives, but the key is assuming that difference and not assuming all people learn the same.
And some sort of standard.
Yes.
Additionally, we want to highlight that that accommodations and extensions do not equal an inclusive classroom environment, because accommodations, by their very definition, mean that certain students aren't able to participate in the classroom environment without them. Therefore, we are trying to conceptualize a classroom environment in which students don't need accommodations, but rather their differences are assumed already, and therefore the accommodations are already built into the classroom environment for everyone.